Hi, my name is Tiamo Divitori. I'm a seminar leader. I've done over 20 of my own live events where I led and produced them, and I've had up to 200 people at my seminars. And I'm very particular and picky about who I have speaking on my stage because I want my audiences to only have the best experts and speakers in front of them. And with all that being said, I am very careful on who I choose. And initially at one of my events, I chose to have Rene Rafael speak on my stage. And when he spoke, the audience was so engaged and they were really captivated. And it was fun and it was very informative. And most of all, his story and his message was really inspiring. And I got such great feedback from that audience that I decided for my next live event in LA to have him on stage again. And this time he did even better, so much so that Rene actually got a standing ovation. So many people have shared how impactful his story was and his speech and his charisma.
Just thinking back to your just unbelievably impactful and powerful keynote speech, it was incredibly impactful because you literally went through this journey that you've been going through your entire life.
Hey, Rene, yeah, thanks for that. That was amazing. And I used to do lectures and workshops and got out of it and really wanted to get back into it. And when I saw you up there, I thought, you know what? That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I really want to thank you for that. And yeah, you were just so real. And I look forward to getting your book.
You know, I didn't know what to expect before I saw Rene. And I saw him, I looked over and saw he was wearing a prop. And, you know, it was like, okay, so is this gonna, what's it gonna be? You know, is it gonna be acting or what is it?
It was just so amazing to see a person who literally turned their entire life into like a story and a testimony, and I cannot wait to listen to your audiobook. So God bless you, man. Like you're an inspiration. Thank you.
I had a whole new feel as far as when it had concluded and we were done and processing all the information, and it took a while. When it's done, it's just not quite sure what you just witnessed. But as you move through the days, the hours afterwards, I witnessed something really special, and the fact that Rene, you were able to share something very personal with all of us, I find that very difficult. I've struggled with that all my life. And one thing I noticed, having spent most of the morning in the back during the sound, I watched the audience throughout this whole process. Nobody moved for an hour. And to take men from probably early 20s to 90 to sit there and engage 50 people of all kind of walks of life, all ages, all cultures, all experiences, with what the story that you had to share is pretty phenomenal in itself.
Absolutely recommend Rene Rafael as a keynote performer and speaker to pass along a message to your audience, one of overcoming their limiting beliefs, one of looking deeper at themselves and having compassion for themselves, being okay with past failure, as they desire and seek to make changes in their life.
That surprised me because no one else has asked those kinds of questions and that level of preparation we had not encountered over the years that we've been doing this. So it's kind of, all of us were kind of looking at each other going, what have we created here? And only to find out that this raised the bar for our overall presentations. We do these every other month, and this raised the bar significantly because of his preparation ahead of time, the questions he asked. He wanted to make sure everything worked smoothly. What Rene did for us was to show us the professionalism that can be brought to a casual event. The whole leadership team feels that. Yeah. We might have a hard time replacing, getting the next speaker because everybody goes, I'm not that good.
That is funny. So I was actually a little uncomfortable at first when I was asking those questions, because I wasn't sure if I was like asking too many, right?
Yeah.
And like giving you guys a hard time. So I'm glad that that's what you felt.
You were asking too many, but they were important ones, but too many for us.
The guy that you get in email and in communications is the same guy you get on the stage. That's not always the case with speakers. There's some who are very organized one side or the other. Some who write a nice speech but can't deliver anything beforehand, and you don't even know if they're going to show up. There's others who are highly organized people, but they get there and their talk is not so organized. But with Rene, there's that connect, that his preparation and his content and his delivery all come together in one very synthesized product. Rene's ability to adapt to our environment was extremely strong. We have a big center screen, and he treated it like his own personal TV as a kid, laying there in front of it. It was totally believable. He had worked out how to deliver this message in our environment in the best way possible. It was not just a canned production that came in and was a square peg in a round hole here. It really fit well for our environment, which as a speaker is a very, very significant thing to do. The pace of storytelling I thought was really good. It's not easy to tell a good story. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. Our audience was really able to keep up with what you're saying and engage in it. There was a lot of different media that was used, whether physical things or things on the screen, and I felt that it was a really good blend of all those. That's not easy either, to be able to put all those things together in a way that is coherent. It didn't feel like a bunch of random stuff stirred into a pot. It felt like there was a good synthesis. Some speakers need to just be there with their notes and focus on what they're saying, where Rene's got the ability to integrate all these other things, and it's clearly not a distraction for him. Rene will come in and do an excellent job. He is one of the hardest working speakers that I know. He's not going to come in with something that's not ready to go, both in technology and in content. He did whatever was necessary, spending quite a few hours to make sure that our venue was ready, that it was custom fit. Your crowd will not fall asleep while he's talking. He's very engaging.
I'm Rene Rafael, and I
Awesome.
approve of this man's message.
Awesome. Well, I approve of this man's message.
That's the first I've heard that back. So.
If you are looking to have someone on your stage that is the difference maker, that is the highlight of your event, that's someone that's going to stand out and be memorable, then I so highly recommend that you book and you hire Rene, because he's going to take your audience on an amazing journey. He's going to deliver so much value, and at the end of his speech, if you get to meet me at some point, I know that you're going to shake me. Well, you may shake me, but you might shake my hand or even give me a hug, because you will be so happy that you had Rene on your stage. So I hope that you book him for your event. I know I'm so happy that I did. And something that I wanted to say is, at my last event, I decided to only have one featured speaker. And it's a 3-day event, and it was Rene. And I am really happy with the choice that I made. I know my audience was happy, and I know your audience will be happy too.